Ya guys, tadi saya skip dulu sementara karena misinya tadi sangat sulit. Dan akhirnya kita berhasil mengalahkan pesawat Mr. X.
Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusian leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
Oke, stand by for further details. 400.000. No problem. Squid kita menuju misi selanjutnya.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Last hope. Harapan terakhir.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Jadi kita suruh mengescort Erusian officer. Ya, karena mereka akan melakukan negosiasi. Oke. Gelap. Gara-gara listrik mati. Oke. Langsung kita sorti, guys.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
Wow, gelap. Pershing Gorgon. Oktober 1, 2019.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
Will image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe?
Dang. Bang lagi.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is...
Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
Sudah pasti ini.
Will image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe? The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
It's something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Strider 1, missile launched. ID'd as Osean forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you. Understood.
In gun range. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route.
What's wrong with drones? Whether you're a patriot or not, you're just too stubborn to change with the times.
It's Erusian.
They are responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us. The more the merrier. You were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAP terminal.
We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
Can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes.
Target eliminated. It's ID'd as Erusian.
Wait. General managed to convince them. Listen, those that protect General Lafarge are the real patriots. Onward! We've been told. There's a vehicle up ahead. Think it's gonna ask us to pay a toll? Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go.
There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. It's the radicals.
Strider 1, enemy has a lock.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
Nice work. That takes care of that one. We're heading for the highway. Thanks to you. We got out of paying that toll.
This is AWACS Argus. Those who can hear us are our allies. Your new orders are to dispose of Eduard Labarth. The Osean Army officer with him is an imposter.
We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Kruger Park. Captain Carl, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans. We actually witnessed the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belkan technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years.
Belkan.
They used the flight
Semua gara-gara Belkan.
pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. Those of you listening in, am I wrong?
My plane is icing up.
We're heading towards Gruner Park. Rendezvous point is a helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
Members of a military group calling itself the Free Erusians. An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Gotta
Ah,
pass.
salah.
So what? Why are you getting your panties in? The fire's locked on bandit. Firing! I'm hit. Get this guy off my back. Open fire on that vehicle.
Thanks.
The VIP is taking fire. His vehicle stopped.
Try to help us before we get shot. It's not like this is a tanker.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 199er Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Oh yeah, I think I'll know where to see. The general is speaking with the commander.
This fall has led to another power struggle with the cemetery. Landfill number 7. This is
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
And the insurgents signals
That was something.
That vehicle is one of ours! Cease fire! The info just came through! We're the only ones here on our side! An armored vehicle's behind us. The vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
We're taking fire! Take care of them!
Ntar, Pak. Aduh.
I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks. Nice work, Leo 2. That's a confirmed kill. You are a true patriot. Take out Eddie in autonomous mode.
Ow.
Listen up. From here on out, all aircraft are prohibited from taking off. The drones aren't receiving my orders. Can't we switch the UAVs to slave mode? We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
drones that resembled Ocean fighters, and then to assassinate harder, put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkin technology only brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Russia is responsible for Harlan's assassination.
Talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
Missile is closing. Strider 1, break.
I'm doing ready. It's 3 strikes. What is a member of the penal unit doing crying on play?
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
Have no choice! Fire!
I'm on my target's tail.
I'll show you morons what it means to use your head to fight and not just instincts.
Aduh, habis lagi roketnya.
Unknown aircraft approaching!
The General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
We're taking heavy fire. Concentrate your fire on the combat vehicle. Okay, lock acquired. Firing. Please, now, get away! We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing. Glad to see the Oceans attacking the radicals. How'd you last long, Chester? We've been briefed and we're here to help. We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous. Coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Welcome.
Driver wait. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Almost at the rendezvous. To the rear of the others.
Understood.
The radicals truly believe boosting drone productions will make up for our losses. They should be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osia quickly. We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erosion News Network.
Kurang cepat anak.
Okay, let's go. Getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
Oh, aku tahu ini pesawat.
This
Nah,
plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
oh,
There's a girl on board?
aku tahu siapa itu ceweknya.
Not lying about carrying civilians.
No, unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft my grandfather told me about. The one with the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
ID complete. They're Russian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right. I'm shooting them down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Yeah,
Wilco.
granted.
How dare you interfere? I'm here to deal with that traitor.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Careful, those guys are good. Wait, something else is asking big shots too. I managed to catch a glimpse of the 3 strikes.
Don't miss. Aim carefully.
9. No good. Shit.
Missile hit.
They're in my way.
Bandit destroyed. Well done. Punch 2.
I'm on my target's tail. Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... Drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Lancaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Ocean craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco.
Understood.
Wilco.
Hey, it's not our fault the war was no reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
To build something else entirely.
Enemy on your back.
Can't afford the MQ-89 launch. Our commands are overridden. They must be accessing it remotely. Which unit is behind this?
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
Target was not struck.
Aduh, drone.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Enemy on your back.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Strider 1, target eliminated.
Dang, it's too fast. Eh?
Target locked.
5 bandits remaining.
4 bandits remaining.
Left. Three bandits to go.
Boom!
2 bandits left. Show them what you got. Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
I've got a sitting duck here.
Missile away. Strata 1, target acquired. 1 bandit to go.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated.
Eliminated.
Nice. The General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All
Nice.
aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
Hooray! Isi selesai guys.
Hostiles, huh?
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Uh-oh.
Sent by the General's staff. No, we'd like you to send missiles. I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Lancaster.
Ada penyusup. Bahaya sekali.
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Ocean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos. Still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him cry.
Oh, okay. Hindi kita dapat tag, guys. Mari kita menuju misi selanjutnya.
The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces. They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there, so now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Ocean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right. I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Ocean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us. You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guard's dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and shot him to pieces. He was my best friend. After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there's no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess? After searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio. It still works!
I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
"You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness."
Just what did you see here?
Penyesalan akibat mengumumkan perang. Lagian bego sih pakai ngumumin perang.
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration. Beyond the seizure of Forbanti, which is important, and supporting the Erusian officer. At this point, I just don't know what our strategy is, or what our mission will be. Radio communication is still patchy for both the military and civilians, so we're getting zip from Mission Command about our orders. Still, with countless Erusian forces in the area, it's too dangerous for us to stay around here waiting for a miracle. Now, regarding Count's suggestion to think about self-defense, I think we should make a break for Tyler Island. It was a large Ocean base before the start of the war. Count says his previous squadron took part in an operation to seize control of the island. It has the only base that will get us to the space elevator without refueling. It's also a transport facility for supply ships that provide drones and ammo for arsenal birds. For the Osean forces that are looking to reclaim the space elevator, those are two great reasons in its favor. If everything went according to plan, the base may already be in Allied hands when we get there. Though based on what Count told me about the island operation, it won't be easy to seize control.
If the ground troops have managed to open the bridgehead, the transport route to Osea for supply ships should be available.
So much at stake, I can't imagine Arusia just giving it up without a fight. Things could really have gone bad.
Even if there are enemies left, they should be pretty easy to suppress.
Just want to go home, man.
Me too.
With that look on your face, Trigger, I know exactly what you want.
If Trigger's ready to kick ass, then so am I.
Damn straight. We're with you, Trigger.
It's decided then. Let's get all the aircraft and haul ass to Tyler Island. Although we can avoid the Arsenal Bird's anti-air network, there's still remnants from the Erusian forces. I want to get to the island without getting into any unnecessary combat. Pick a fast craft and fix it how you want. Pack for a long trip, but remember, if you drag your ass, you'll get left behind.
Yep, benar sekali. Oke, kita disuruh minta bala bantuan pada orang-orang yang ada di pulau Tyler. Katanya sebegitu. 723.000 poinnya, sedikit lagi untuk mencapai YF 23 Widow atau si ini nih, F2AA Raptore. Ini seharusnya sih lebih mantap sih, lebih GG. Wah, siapapun bisa. Langsung kita sorti. Kita masih tetap menggunakan MiG-29A untuk jaga-jaga. Sorti.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
Homeward, Operation Reflux. Itu orang menyebutnya Reflux. Whatever. Pasti mereka akan mengupdate data.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs. They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. It's what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own. Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Osean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger.
Got a positive ID.
Thank God. Friendly birds.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Strider 1, target destroyed.
Their artillery fire just missed us off our starboard side.
Update us on Tyler Island.
Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
They're on the run?
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety. Do me a favor, Longcaster. Many of our allies are cut off. They need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can.
Wow.
Let's help retreating Osean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
Dang.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but
what happened here, but I really don't want to think about it. Stop what happened, Russian bastard. It's a blatant war crime. Any photos for evidence? I just got the photograph. Head back in the street. Give us another 30 minutes. The men say they want to at least give the children a proper burial.
We just need twice the time. Open the bay until operation feeding time. Move them away from the mass driver.
Erosion. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here? It's all crazy people.
Our guys even took out the enemy's air support. What do we do now? Them in the tank!
Allied retreat looks good.
We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. The supply ship is a munitions depot. It's highly combustible.
Bring the anti-tank missile. Hit that heavy armor at the front line. Hit it. We're moving out. Leave the dead behind. We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly. I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. Space force nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Most likely, they were involved in Belka.
Ooh.
Strider 1, target eliminated.
Get in the landing craft! Many thanks, Lancaster. We didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood. All aircraft, search every nook of the island. We're not leaving anyone behind.
This independent special security squadron is demanding to be ready for the base.
It's the Ocean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side?
We'll be firing at each other.
This is AWACS Lancaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Hold your fire! Confirmed. The info is from an allied AWACS. Hold your fire! Roger. What are we supposed to believe? Who should we follow?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
Get the wounded out of here, hurry! If you let them through, we're as good as dead!
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
We're outnumbered, taking heavy losses. We can't even run. The enemy will shoot us in the back.
Kita sudah ngapain sih? Oh. Ah, kita menjauh dulu dah.
Gather all the wounded together.
Pick up the speed with your search. The faster you find them, the more people we can save.
An explosion inside! Continue the countdown. Do the countdown! There's still one arsenal bird left. If we can fill it full of bombs, then Arusia will have a fighting chance. Use cameras to track the supply ships. Don't fight with your backs to the supply ship! If you take, we're done for!
Wait, multiple bogies from the east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon? Of course. Chase off the bogies! There's no way they're ours! Almost there! Commence Operation No Return!
Identification complete. It's Arusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
Watch yourself. These guys are working together to bring us down. Destroy the mass driver completely. We're not right with Belka.
Missile.
This is Brandy. Attack was evaded.
Missile.
Hah?
Missile.
The heck?
Missile.
Enemy on my tail.
Missile.
Launch control, this is flight leader. All systems ready. We are go for launch.
Missile.
This
Missile.
is launch control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness. This is our last chance for Operation Feeding Time. Launch control. Roger that.
Struggle 1, missile launched.
Missile.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
This is Bermain. I've been hit by a missile.
Missile. Missile.
Locked on bandit.
Missile.
Hostile behind me.
Missile.
Strata 1, target acquired.
Missile.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Careful, these guys are coming. Ready, locked on.
Missile. Missile.
More bombers approaching. Intercept them now. Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Intercept those bombers.
Missile. Missile.
Ah!
Missile. Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Missile.
Punch
Missile.
2.
Missile. Missile.
The bombers are about to reach the island. Shoot them down now.
Missile.
Missile hit.
Missile.
All enemy bombers have been destroyed.
We did it.
Continue with your mission.
Missile. Missile.
Locked on.
Missile. 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 Missile.
This is Brandy. Attack was evaded.
Oh, boginya udah di itu. Keren.
Missile. Missile.
Strata 1, target acquired.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Strata 1, target destroyed.
Missile.
Where's our damn air support?
Missile. Missile.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Locked on.
Missile. Ammunition zero.
Deng. Gak bilang kalau itunya udah habis.
The Erusian ground forces show no sign of letting up. We're taking heavy damage.
Missile. Missile.
Missile evaded.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Ambush, stay calm. We pulled our in. It's fine if we take a little damage. We need to finish this fight now.
Strider 1, target destroyed. Fox 2.
Locked on.
We don't need to defeat. Just delay their advance. You gotta confirm destroy.
Hey you, dumbass with the scratches on his tail. You hear me? I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Russian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Lancaster, she's an ally. Trigger and I'd know that voice anywhere.
That voice. So you're still breathing, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while. I had a feeling the two of you were still alive. Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
We have a bit of intel for you. We'll share it if you can help these refugees. Count me in.
That's right.
Echo 13. All hostiles are down.
Understood. This is our last chance. We'll see how far we can go.
We destroyed all of the targets. All bogies should be ID'd now. Mission complete. Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I was thinking about how I'd do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator?
Why would she?
Use the smoke canister. And he was taking this to the enemy's doorstep. Not me. Wait, you moron! Wait! What are you doing, dumbass? Here! Attack right here!
Lancaster, we've confirmed the location of the flare.
Ooh.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there.
Missile.
Hurry!
Missile. 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 Missile.
Strata 1, target acquired.
Missile.
Good job! The enemy tanks are toast.
Missile.
I don't think I could even do anything with that scrap.
Destroyed.
Missile. Missile.
Strata 1, Fox 2.
Missile. Missile.
As everyone knows, no other reason.
That takes care of them. No civilian casualties? Nice going. Do you hear the singing?
Beginning terminal countdown. Pressure stable. Cooling systems on.
Lancaster, a promise is a promise. Here's the intel. I heard it from an Erusian soldier that defected. The supply ships will be launched soon.
Stall warning.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
But can it be trusted?
Not sure. Heard it from a man who said he wanted to atone for his sins. Up to you to trust him or not.
Understood. Good luck.
Releasing safety. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Oh.
2, 1. Launch. 1, 2, 3. The mass driver is accelerating.
Ini pesawat jet.
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the Arsenal bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the Arsenal bird's air defense network. You've got to hurry or you're not going to make it. 3 minutes to the enemy's air defense network.
Missile. Missile.
All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar. You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
We're sitting ducks like this.
If we let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it. That sucker's hiding in the clouds. Trigger, don't let it get away.
Trust the plan from a full loss of communication.
Your plane will last up if you stay in there too long.
If we're too close, we'll get caught up in the explosion.
90 seconds to the enemy's air defense network.
Don't lose us.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Just avoid the enemy's fire for now.
Okay, but we won't be able to do that forever, you know.
Did you see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down.
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
The missile hit the supply ship dead on.
On my target's tail.
Operation fails. We have failed everyone else.
Ledakannya dahsyat banget.
This thing had any windows, we could have seen it for ourselves. Nice work, team.
We're gonna find ourselves a boat and leave this island. We'll be taking the refugees, along with
Dahsyat sekali, boy.
military.
Who's the girl that ran at the tanks with a smoke canister? A few more crazies like her, and life down there may have been a tad bit easier.
What do you think would have happened to those refugees if you hadn't intervened? The princess saw what happened. They were little kids.
That's why I like the sky. You don't have to see those types of things.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented it from going on forever.
Count's right. We have no choice but to return to our original base. Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.
Pulang ke pesawatnya. Oke, bisa kita skip yang ini. Skaser.
Good. Take a seat. Everyone's here. All right. Good work in sinking the supply ships. Not to mention saving the refugees. However, we're in no position to start celebrating. Even the commander here is starting to fray from the stress.
Can't say I blame him.
Now, Tyler Island is in a state of complete anarchy. This base isn't safe either. The faces you see around you are the only friends we've got. Take a good look.
Woohoo! Kita dapat A boys. Bronze Ace.